Alright, hello everybody and welcome to the APL's Season 3 Finals for Division 2. I am your host, the Goomotrain. I'm really excited to be doing this for you guys this week. Hopefully there's no hiccups because things have started out rough. We are going to go ahead and stream for you guys the matchup of The Line versus Chimera, Division 2 Championship. And the curtain is dropping right now. Here come the trucks. So we've got The Line over here as Axis, and we've got Chimera over here in the red trunks. Let's see if we can spot some of their trucks. I'm looking the wrong way. They're over here. I'm not as far down as I should be. It's alright. I didn't think I was where I was. Oh! Really close rocket snipe coming in. Here comes another one. Ooh! Ooh! He got some hits with that. He didn't quite get the truck, but he got some bodies. Ooh! Really good rocket shots there. Alright, so our starting point today is going to be artillery battery. Wow, that was a good opener. Oh, I hear rockets. And not as lucky that time. This map really extends down here farther on the south edge of the map than I remember, I swear. I don't think I've ever really had artillery battery as a center point in a long time. There's a lot of fighting going on down here, so I just seen one of the trucks blow up there in the mid, too. So we're way down here in the south. There goes a truck right in front of us, too. Making sure my mic looking good. More trucks blowing up right in front of us. Trucks blowing up everywhere. Artillery coming down up there by artillery battery itself. There's kind of two battles going on right now. There's one way down here in the south right in front of us in the hedges. And there's another one up there at the actual artillery battery. Now it does look like TL managed to get a hold of it first. So we'll see how long they can hold on to it. If they can get a garrison, if they can capture it and get a garrison up inside the bunker, it's really hard to get the garrison out of there. You can't really hit it with artillery because it's inside the bunker. What do we got over here? Greyhound, I think. I hear a Luke's. Oh, make sure I got my mouse turned down so I don't make anybody dizzy. There's the P4 right down is down here on the south side. A lot of infantry down here for TL. Look, in the split second I wasn't looked, they really cleared this out. What just went there? It was a truck went down, but there is a Stuart right there. The Sherman's like right below us right here, just off to the right. Chimera's now got a pretty strong hold on the tower itself. See, they've got a number of troops pushing right in, also over in the trenches on the right side. TL, a lot of the reinforcements are coming from way further back. They must have lost most of their OPs. It's still clear. Nobody has it captured yet. It is starting to swing towards Chimera now. Not sure what it sounded like, a satchel for some reason. Now TL did take control down in the south, so maybe they could start swinging up from down there. Put a little pressure on from the south side. I do see them taking casualties though as they're trying to come up the road, so Chimera is definitely aware that they're down there. Make sure I'm on the right page over here. TL pushed out a little bit now. Chimera still capturing. You can hear their tanks doing work really close in. Some artillery hits coming down. I see body parts from those. Not sure if they were already dead or not. Curse goes down to pellet. Wow, Chimera's really in here deep. Look at that. Look at that cluster of red. It's going to be really hard for TL to get them out of here. Artillery coming down hard now. The Chimera has shifted their artillery further to the west to get a hold of these TL forces as they flood in from the west through these open spots. Lots of smoke's coming down now trying to cover it up, but Chimera is starting to spread out from the circle now. TL's last guy in the center goes down. Chimera really spreading out now. Take a look at the map. You can see they're completely pushed out. They're still in the area, but they're completely pushed out of the circle. You can see Chimera starting to push one of their tanks down to the south now. Looks like they intend to sweep TL out of that area. Keep them from flanking down there. And boom. There goes the capped Chimera. Let's go ahead and keep an eye on it. Make sure the ticker does what we want it to. So far, so good. 3-2 for Chimera. And you can see up there by the church, Chimera is also taking control up there, so they're really just starting to stretch a line from all the way up here, all the way down. Looks like TL's still got a hold down here. The tank is backing off now. A little bit wounded. Didn't see what got a hold of him. And we know that P4 was down here. And it looks like he got destroyed. I'm not sure if that Sherman was what got him. Probably. He could have been destroyed before that, though. TL's still down here in the south. This is kind of where most of their presence is. I mean, they got a lot in the center, but Chimera has a lot there in the center too. So they're really getting on top of each other there. Pellet right up close. Gil and Shane. Oh, Gil goes down to the artillery. Down here in the south. Looks like Chimera's starting to stretch their forces down this way, try and clear this out. You can see their artillery coming down. You got Duper over there maybe looking to move his OP after these guys sweep through. Not really sure, 100% sure what he's doing, but they're pushing through. Yep, his OP's over there now. Gets a couple spawn-ins. They're about to run right into it, though. Boom! More artillery coming down, some tank fire coming in. TL is not going to be able to hold down here in the south for very long. And one OP goes down. Now they do got some guys further back. There's a repair station over there, but no tank to use it. Green flare for the Americans, so they were fully aware of what was there. Danelco almost certainly got that OP just now. Tiger's hiding behind the hedge, but he's an AT, so he's not going to be able to replace it. They do seem to have a garrison further back. Yep, you can see the edge of it there. But Chimera's already pushing towards it. And you can hear the tank heading that way as well. So from here, Chimera's going to swing through here with their tank, maybe sweep up north through this. Looks like TL has a heavy right about here, and he's turning in this direction, so maybe he intends to do something about that Sherman down there. Gets the repair station, some points there. Chimera's really pushing their infantry right down this hedge, and they've got the cover of that tank to protect them. I want to see what else is going on in this battlefield, but I feel like Chimera's going to get that garrison down there. We'll come back in just a second. I want to come over here and see what's going on. I hear a lot of shooting. Looks like TL is starting to muscle their way right into the front door. Trying to take it back. Hi, Run. Love you, buddy. "30-minute delay, so you won't hear that for a long time, but TL is getting into the trenches here. They also did manage to get some spawn-ins down here. I don't know if they still have the garrison. Demon's over there. Demobiz. Anyways, he would have certainly seen that garrison, and if the tank hasn't already destroyed it, it's been moved? So he must have destroyed it. Why can't I make my map go away? There we go. Those look like they got shut down in the center. DJ up there as a squad leader might have an OP into the trenches. Palistris also might have gotten an OP somewhere in the trenches. Tank pushing up again, still trying to get a hold of that garrison. He's definitely got it locked up right now. But no, not quite locked up, but he's close to it. He's gonna get it. Ricochet! Does he not see the garrison? There he goes. There he goes. Okay, garrison destroyed. We'll take a look at the map. Garrison not destroyed. I hear a lot of shooting over here. Is it holo over here? Oh yeah. Look at him. Just laying down the fire long range. Firing right into the smoke. I'm not sure. It looked like he got a hold of Gil over there. tank did end up getting that garrison. However, I don't see him down there anymore. I don't know where he went. If he drove off or if they got him. They might have got him. Anyways, back up here by artillery battery. Chimera holding pretty strong. TL's got a couple of guys up in close, but they've been pushed back out of the trenches. Goose pushing right up to the edge of the trenches as a squad leader. Didn't quite survive long enough to get an OP up out there as a warning sign for approaching troops. Up here by the church, however, Chimera has quite the big build-up going on. Now, TL is swinging around further north of this. We haven't paid any attention to the fighting going on up here. Now, this is the front door up here. You know, you get in here and you can take hold of these areas here, push into Church Road. And TL does have good garrison spread so that they'll see it coming, but they do have a couple of guys here too, so it's getting even more so in the forces here, in the numbers. Chimera still seems to have the advantage, though, up here. What's he shooting at? Not sure. Let's head on back on down to AA real quick. TL is completely pushed out of there. Same down in the south. Looks like they're running into each other across that open area up and down that hedge. So, unless somebody pushes through there, the line is just kind of, they got this long hedge right here. And that's kind of the line that TL is using to try and push up. They're trying to clear out Chimera forces down here in this little intersection, and of course right here in the main area, and then up here in the church. Not much going on down there in the south though, and really hard to break this center, so seems like TL is going to have to go for the very long flank if they want to break through this. They're going to want to swing all the way up and around through this compound here, down through here, and along the backside, and keeping their OPs just inside the line here. But difficult to do without being spotted, and that's a long ways to move if you don't make it. Satchel goes off on the church. Nobody in there, though. Ooh, back over here. Looks like TL is starting to get the edge of the trenches under control. Now, Chimera is swinging around on the north side of this hedge, and they're going to get around them. Not looking that way. Now, there he goes. Might see Coltrane. TL Gill running right up next to him. There goes the rocket. Gets two of them. Gill saw the rocket, and he still gets taken down by Powerfish. Powerfish pushing out now, looking for those OPs. Got some friendly rockets coming right across his nose. Gets a hold of Ito. Gets used the PI and Slug, both go down. TL starting to take some heavy casualties now, getting pushed further and further away from artillery battery. Mello now setting his machine gun up, trying to stem these forces as they come flooding in. Some flares going up, now trying to mark these troops. Only a handful of them left there now. I do hear a vehicle below me. Not sure if it's a tank or a half-track. It's a tank. There's a Tiger. There comes the Tiger, pushing down on the south edge of the map. Now, let's see if he stays kind of long distance here. Looks like he's going to just kind of fire from this position. Hello. Not shooting. A little surprised he's not shooting. I mean, maybe he can't see anything, but it seems like hidden there would be... hidden in shadows would be right in his vision. Maybe he doesn't want to give away his position. Chimera, though, they are really starting to push a lot of guys across this south edge of the map. There's a handful of TL guys waiting for them, including a machine gunner. Not WTH. Pushing up, looking to get himself into these defenses here. These barricades. That's the word I'm looking for. He's gonna set up on top of it, though. I bet he doesn't live very long. Where did that come from? That was weird. It seemed like there was a guy back here somewhere that shot him. Oh well. Looks like TL's using their tanks more down here on the south edge. Not so here in the center, though. Here in the center, it's just artillery and death. Trying to get into AA here. Or artillery battery, I mean. I've been calling it AA. It's artillery battery. Trying to get into battery. Some rockets coming in. Curse trying to lay down some cover fire. Here comes Powerfish again, pushing out. Gets Curse, gets Palstrus. Some rockets coming in. Powerfish pushing out again. Some tank fire coming across now. Got that Tiger trying to lend some cover fire. A little bit down here on the south flank. There's some more artillery. TL's got a decent build up here, but at the same time, up over there by the church, Chimera's got quite a few guys. You can see Pellet pushing across as a squad leader. Maybe get himself established in those buildings over there. See more tanks coming with TL, so you got Chimera's starting to get themselves established in right here. A lot of TL guys waiting for them. Here comes the bombing run from TL. See what he gets. I see one. Now I'll assume that the garrison is inside the bunker because that's the safest place for it to be, but let's go take a quick look. Oh. Didn't hear it, didn't see it. Not sure where they have their garrison. Got a couple of TL guys making the trenches again. Jimmy the Hand in close with him. Lots of artillery coming down. Things are getting really hot for these guys up in the front. Black Shooter. Jimmy the Hand pushing right around to your left. Somebody's seen you. Somebody's seen both of you. You go down. Jimmy the Hand decided to stay in the trenches instead of running up out of them. Coltrane runs right into Jimmy the Hand. Neither one of them goes down. Gets him in the head. Jimmy the Hand clears out the trenches. Lots of artillery and tank fire coming down here in the center. Down there in the south, things are still looking clear as well. Let's go ahead and keep circling the camera around. Chimera does have most of this circle, or most of the TL pushed out of the circle, but there's a handful of guys starting to gain the trenches again. Palstrus getting all the way up in past the barbed wire. Now, as we're circling around, we can see Chimera up there still kind of stalled out by the church. Sorry about the delay. So I don't do any kind of pre-show anything anymore, so I just like to start with the match. So when they flip the match, I do my little setting up the last minute setup of the scoreboard, and then I jump right into it. TL getting into the trenches again. This trench really seems to be their ticket if they want to get in here. They need to get in, a good 2 squad leaders, and here they are, Trance and Spets. If they can get a couple of OPs up in these trenches and get a few good spawn-ins before the artillery comes down on them. Ooh, some big tank hits coming in. Kenny Boy clearing out with his good shooting, though. More good tank rounds. These tank rounds, I have said in the past that TL has really strong tank gameplay, so let's see if they can make that work for him here. I honestly don't know a lot about Chimera other than that basically everybody was betting on them this one. So there is a capture being started over here on Church Road. They are pulling it back immediately, but they did manage to squeeze a squad in here. We got Mauve, Centurion, and Glove up against 3FM. 3FM takes down Centurion. Mauve goes down, geez, maybe to a mine, I'm not sure. And they're definitely pulling this back, but there's still a squad in here, and you can see that Chimera has another squad swinging around to the north while this is happening. And they're more likely to make that infiltration now that TL is going to be distracted with these guys that already made it in. Oh, turn that off. Sorry, I didn't realize I still had the chat up. I usually like to have that off. Let's head back down here to Artillery Battery. Now TL does still have some guys up in the trenches. Quite a few, actually. They are catching some long-range machine gun fire now. I think there's a tank over there. I hear TL tank up close. Panda goes down to a grenade. Coltrane and Trance now starting to make it up past the bunker. They do have a P4 right up in the circle now. They are starting to cap. That kind of looked like it might have been a little bit of friendly fire. Hitting some rockets into the P4, but you're not going to kill it by shooting the front. He is a little damaged, though. Powerfish now looking to make his way through the bunker. That P4 does not have much by way of infantry support, but having him right up in there does make it a lot easier for the infantry to make it in. Sorry, guys. Just a couple more minutes until it starts. I know I was not in control of the start of the match. I'm sorry about that. I know after all of the technical difficulties that we've been having, that this is not what you guys want to see, is waiting for streams to start. These fingers crossed so we don't have any crashes. I'm so nervous about that now. They were starting to cap over here at Church Road again. Just the one guy here, Glove, up in there. TL got plenty of reinforcements to stop it. Unfortunately, though, because they have to pull a lot of their forces back to prevent that capture, they're losing some of their pressure over here at Artillery Battery. Now that P4 is still up in the circle. They just lost the Puma. Got Blue trying to get behind the P4. I don't know if you can shoot through the barbed wire. I guess we don't get to find out today. And that's still not a lot of infantry support. Now Powerfish trying to get behind him. Does get a rocket round into him. That P4 still holding the line. Holding the line for the line. There he goes. P4 goes down. He did manage to support a number of infantry as they made it into the trenches, but without that P4, they're going to have a really hard time holding this little foothold they got going on. As it is, they've already got a lot of guys going down. Only a handful left in the trenches now. Heavenly starting to push up Blue onto his left. I think that's actually Bluey. Cheeks goes down to Bluey. Lots of close-in fighting going now. Look at that. TL gets pushed back out again. They were in there for a second. That P4 really did a lot of work for him, but not quite enough. Got their recon coming, spawning right in the front line. Boom! Artillery takes him out. Bluey will probably push in and get that OP. Nope, he's going to go the other direction. Jimmy the Hand. Jimmy the Hand gets the OP. Palstrus gets Kenny. Gets taken out by Powerfish, I think. Powerfish. I've seen him kill a lot of guys already. Some more spawn-ins by TL, but they're starting to get enveloped a little bit. Oh, the artillery takes a whole lot of them out. The OP is still there. But the artillery is just coming down right on top of it. Now that OP is still there, and they are still getting spawn-ins on it, but with Chimera being so pushed in, I don't know how long that's going to last. You can see TL's line has disintegrated. They had a lot up here before, but they're mostly gone. Chimera is pushed all the way out and around them right here, and still have good control of the church up here, last I looked. Yep. Still trying to push up into these buildings here. They're trying to get a hold of this little corner there, but TL's been keeping them out. So they can't quite get into artillery battery, but they have been holding on to Church Road. Down in the south, still kind of the same, both sides pushing up and down that hedgerow. Use the Piat, pushing right past a couple guys, starts shooting them in the back, but catches one himself. Is this OP still there? Hopefully they moved it by now. Some flares going up for the Germans. About 2 minutes before the actual stream starts. More artillery coming in. Jimmy the Hand goes down to Blackosaurus, I think, all the way over there. Maybe? Or Dr. Spets. Uncle Cletus goes down. More artillery coming in right here on these hedgerows. Yeah, Chimera has pushed up and taken control of this hedge now, so maybe TL's artillery can push him back out of there. Maybe they get a couple tanks over here, but at the moment they're pushed back by an entire hedgerow. Slowly, little by little, they've been losing ground. I do see contention going on at Church Road over there. Let's head over there real quick, take a look at what's going on. Pick. Squad leader. Probably got another OP in there. 3FM. Looking for him. He's in the house too. See if he gets a spawn in. Not sure where he's got his OP. I'm assuming it's somewhere fairly nearby, but I'm not seeing any spawn-ins. I do see a little bit of cap going on at artillery battery though, so if something doesn't start happening here real fast. Okay, let's head back to artillery battery. That's weird that they were even starting to cap it, considering how far pushed out of the circle they are. But they're starting to push back up, starting to try and get a hold of their hedgerow here again. Black shooter pushing right up to Jimmy the Hand. There, goes down to Jimmy. Brazilian cat now pushing through the smoke. Okay, they are starting to lose Church Road again. Now Chimera does have a little bit of a spread going on here. So you got Speff down here in the south, and you've got Centurion way up in the north, and they can spot and call out and potentially stop reinforcements as they start flooding back towards Church Road. So they're not capping anymore, but I'm not sure where Pick has his OP. I'm a little surprised that he doesn't have it, you know, over here in these bushes or something. Oh man, the TL and the Chimera support in the chat already. I love it. Go both teams. Go both teams. I'm cheering you both. Alright, artillery battery is starting to swing towards TL now. It doesn't seem like it, but they do have a lot of guys in the capture zone, even if they are kind of pushed out. Alright. We're live. Let's go. Fingers crossed we don't have any issues. I don't want to get yelled at by Terry. TL still trying to push in, but there's a lot of troops here from Chimera. They seem more than aware that this is where TL wants to attack from. Things starting to get in close. Gonna have to resort to the bayonet. Got a lot of artillery coming down right here. Number of casualties for both sides, and it's getting a little intermixed. And everybody's getting close, but they're moving kind of slow. Like, for as on top of each other as they are, there aren't a lot of guys. Oh, 3 TL guys just went down right up there on the north side, though. Right as I say that, Powerfish comes back. I don't know if it was Powerfish that actually got him, but I'm just gonna say that because I've seen him kill so many guys already so far. They do pull back artillery battery. TL holding on to their little area there, but they still have not been able to push back up to the trenches yet. Same story down in the south over there. Still have not been able to push across. They're a little further down the hedgerow than they've been in a while, but unless they can make it back up to that next intersection and get themselves established down there. They do have a lot of guys down there. Maybe they will. They are losing a lot of control here in the center, though, while that's happening. And they have almost nothing here anymore by the church. And sure enough, here's Chimera setting up shop. Now you can almost be certain that they'll get a garrison right here somewhere. Can't say exactly sure where they'll put it. My guess would be like right around in here, one of these little further back courtyards, but... Oh, it's a well. It's a well, everybody. It's not a garrison. I do hear Jinx right below me shooting at somebody. Artillery battery is being captured. There's the bombing run. Just in time. Stops the capture, and now they are... Sorry to swing your guys' heads around so fast, but now suddenly Church Road is being captured. Not a whole lot here. Kind of seems like TL's a little heavier in the area at the moment. You can see them moving around the circle. I don't think they really realize that Centurion's in there giving the, adding the cap weight of 3 people because he's in the circle and nobody else is. Here comes Pellet. Across the wide open field. Nobody sees him. Looking to get an OP up. I think we just seen Ken spawn in right there. I was looking at Pellet, not Ken, so I think that's what I just saw. Gets a hold of Gil. Hasn't gone down yet. Gil was wounded. I seen the blood. Gil now pushing around. Pellet goes down to Ken. Now I'm hearing some rockets behind me. Centurion pushed out of the house. Getting into a firefight with Bick. Bick goes down. Now, there's no captures going on at the moment, so we're just kind of watching this little firefight, but... Yeah, Chimera has definitely established themselves into these courtyards here. I don't know where their garrison is, but I would wager they have one fairly close. And you can see TL is starting to try and push into there. Here comes one of their tanks. Coming right up the center, probably looking to push Chimera out of this area. Maybe even set up to get another attack going at artillery battery from a different direction, because you can see here that TL has been completely pushed out. Like, completely pushed out. They still got guys down there in the south, but they did not make it across the hedgerows down here. They've still got their tank down here. They don't have a garrison. They don't even have enough supplies to build one at the moment. Not sure that those supplies are close enough. So their garrisons, they have 2 garrisons. Their garrisons right now are atrocious. Now, obviously, I can't see Chimera's garrisons to compare. But based off of the amount of pressure they've been throwing onto TL, look at this. They completely pushed him out of this area. Not a single TL guy. Down here in the south, things are looking really bad too. They did have that tank down here. Oh, they managed to get a garrison up right there below us. So, they're not completely eliminated from down here, but they've been pushed very far away from artillery battery. Dropping supplies right here. It's virtually behind enemy lines at this point. Looks like Chimera has a pretty good line going right about here. Like that. With a little bit of a reserve back at artillery battery itself. Fight breaking out down here. TL taking some casualties, losing a couple of guys. Chimera getting the better of the firefight. Getting the complete wipe on the firefight. Gets all of them. Ouch. I'm feeling the pain for TL right now. They are hurting. Hurting. Boom! Rocket to the face. Look at this big open area they all got to come across now. So you can bet that there's going to be a bunch of firefights right here along this stretch of hedge where TL has a number of guys built up. And you can already hear Chimera doing the same thing, pushing down along their hedgerow, trying to prevent TL from doing that. Here. Logic goes down to Sir. We'll just call you Sir. Wow, TL just got freaking cleaned out though. Chimera's cleaning house down here. Some artillery stopping them, but up here in the north. Up here in the north, it does look like Chimera is trying to get themselves into position. You got Berlin, a squad leader, right up here in the front. You've got Pick, a squad leader, back here in the rear. Looks like he's going to be able to get a OP set up somewhere there on the west side of Church Road. And of course, right here in these courtyards, again, I don't know where they have their garrison, but they've got something close by. You can see Gang up there on the rooftop with the MG, now setting up to cover this entire open area over here. Alright, Toos goes down. Ken goes down. Things are getting a little hot over here. Looks like TL is going to clean up over there by Church Road, but right here in these courtyards, TL also trying to set up a garrison right on the edge of the line. Right here, they did get one, right behind that house there. We'll see if they can get enough spawned in reinforcements to do something about it. Spets goes down the second he pops around the corner to Jinx, who's just staring over that wall waiting for reinforcements to come around. TL, they're almost split in half right now. Almost. They've got a couple of guys in the gap. Handful of recon guys in the gap. But that's about it. They are almost split in two. Then again, down here in the south, they are struggling to hold their position still. Emanation's up close to Logic. Somebody just shot at somebody. Emanation gets a hold of Logic. He's gonna push around the corner. Gets the OP, gets taken down. I think that was an OP. I just saw the poof. 76 over here laying down the hate though. Making things really uncomfortable for the... There was a heavy down here, wasn't there? There was a heavy down here for TL, and I bet that 76 got a hold of him right there. We missed that. We missed that, but I bet that's what happened. And they've got a repair station now too, so before there was a Tiger down here, now there's a 76. The tables have turned. Look at Chimera's just starting to get all up into TL now. Starting to get some infiltrations behind them. They've got a squad here, they've got a squad here, all while still managing to hold their line here. That's crazy. Just so much pressure on TL, and now they're starting to infiltrate them all over the place. They've got this garrison completely locked up and destroyed. Now that's gone. TL does have a tank right here. Right there. Trying to hold the road, but they do have a good hold on Church Road, so they're not really like threatened at all right now. But Chimera is just, it feels like they're taking control of the map. Everywhere where TL is trying to hold firm, Chimera's pushing them over. Now Duper did manage to get behind TL. He is behind the 76, so he'll be able to call that out. Maybe a precision strike? Maybe he's even got an OP up right there, hoping to get his AT in. Chimera, though. South side, just everything. All of TL is gone. There it is. There's the spawn in. He's going for the satchel. It gets taken down by Logic. Logic gets taken down, but the 76 is going to haul ass out of there. Here comes Barry. Polo with the machine gunner. He's got his pistol out. Going for the OP. I don't even think the OP's there anymore. It just came in blasting anyways. Alright. A little further north, large Chimera buildup right here in the center of their line down here. Their line is about right here, except for they've now swung down and around and are pushing up right here. Pushing right into this flank of TL. They are greatly clustered right over here. Trying to reestablish themselves. Up here in the north by Church Road. Church Road's starting to take some pressure from the north side. Now, they've kind of been taking some pressure up here for the whole time, but we haven't paid a lot of attention to it just because there's been so much action going on down in the south. There's definitely some casualties going on up here, though. It's been intermixed. TL's been keeping this clear, not cleared out, but under control. They've been keeping Chimera from being able to build up there on the north side. TL, they're not in an impossible position, but they're in a rough position right now. Chimera definitely has the better map control. You know, they control pretty much everything all the way around Church Road, and TL, they are very clustered right here. Very clustered. I'm not entirely sure what their plan is from that spot. If they're going to try and push out somehow. They're taking a lot of casualties over there. They do have a lot of forces, but Chimera's they're just pushing them. Pushing them so hard, so aggressive. They seem to have a lot of really good shooters, too. Like I said, I haven't seen a Chimera game yet. I've seen a TL game, and I was really impressed by their tank gameplay. But Chimera seems to have some nasty shooters on their team. TL is so clustered. The artillery's coming down in here now. A bombing run would do so much damage to them. Not that it would be necessary. It's not really necessary to drop a bombing run right there. It wouldn't serve any purpose. I'm just saying, casualty-wise, you'd get a lot of them if you did it. Alright, I'm out. Goodbye, Waffle Zombie. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry I wasn't entertaining enough for you. Alright, TL is kind of pushing out up over here now. Not a lot, but maybe finding some of their spawns over in this area. Bit of a cap going on for Church Road, though. Already they're falling back. Pulling it back. Something just blew up there. Probably a truck. Yeah, it's just a truck. Points. You know the thing about that is though, is it's good points for your team, but it didn't serve a purpose, and now you just drew everybody from everywhere. Look at TL reacting to that. But maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's the plan. You draw TL up in this direction, and then they're out of position for the attack that's probably coming from somewhere else. Like say right here, where this 76 is. Did Bic just spawn in right there? Looked like it. Chimera's starting to cap now. They're really starting to get a hold of Church Road. They've got a lot of guys up in there. The 76 is really close. He's in position to just push up. I mean, he's like right here. Closer even. He's like right here. Now, he could just push right up. Get in the circle if he wanted to. A couple more infantry up close to him. There's nothing for TL here. He's looking across the open area. I would almost expect the bombing run. I would almost expect a bombing run from Chimera at this point. TL did manage to kind of clear it out. There is some spawn-ins coming for Chimera here with some close-in OPs. TL still holding strong though. Getting some of their own spawn-ins. There's the garrison right there, you can see. That 76 is still right there, but he doesn't have any infantry support anymore. TL did a good job of cleaning that up. Still pressure coming on though. They cleaned up the infantry, but they didn't clean up the spawns. Okay, you can see that 76 starting to push up just a little bit. Starting to get a little closer. Looks like they want to start pushing the pressure from this side now. They are capping again. There's a lot of infantry right on top of him. I wouldn't be surprised if Monster right there is placing a satchel on the other side of the hedge right there. Either that or he's looking to get on top of him. Yeah, he was. Looking to get on top of him right as he came past, but Logic was waiting. Powerfish now. Powerfish and Kenny are inside the house. Powerfish is one of the guys. I've seen him do a lot of killing this match. I think Powerfish just got a hold of TL there out in the courtyard. Paulstress goes down as well. Squirrel gets taken out by Gil up there on the top right of our screen. Black Shooter goes down to Kenny. Galtia goes down to Vapo. Hearing some shooting right below me. I hear a grease gun. That's got to be Mav right there because it's a grease gun. Big spawn in from TL now. There's the 76. Did he just get the garrison? No, there's the garrison. He did get satcheled too. He just went down to a satchel. So there goes the 76. That's going to make it a lot easier for TL to keep a hold of this. But while this is happening, you can see up there that Chimera is just swarming forward. And they've still got their infantry up in the circle. Oh, looks like Midland just found out where the garrison is. Gets it with a rocket. There goes the garrison for TL. Satchel on the building. Not sure who did it, but TL does not have a lot of reinforcements very close, and now without that garrison, there's quite a bit of troops here from Chimera. TL is starting to flood down now from the northwest. They're pretty far off though. Look at this. Chimera's up in the circle. TL is not really close enough to stop him. They've got a lot of guys flooding back this direction. Chimera most certainly has an equal number of reinforcements flooding in right behind the camera right now. I'm not going to whip around to see it because I don't want to make anybody dizzy, including myself. Let's see if we can get in here. see some of this artillery land. Here comes Mello. Squirrel inside the house. Potato goes down to Kenny Boy. I hear footsteps below me. I'm gonna guess that's a TL guy coming in close. Here comes not WTH. He's in the circle. Logic hears him. Logic gets him. There's an Airhead right there for Chimera, I believe. Yep, Chimera. So now Chimera as the Airhead. They have the circle. Mello's pushing in along with Mac and Sir. Sir Sonner. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to try. Not right now. Too much going on. Here comes the artillery. That Airhead's still alive, though. There it is, right there. Right below us. Let's just hold right here for a second and see what happens. TL is pulling it back. There's a hit. Moo! That was a big artillery hit. That one artillery hit is going to save this point for TL. That spawn in could have been it. That could have been the difference. One of the best and most accurate artillery hits that's ever happened. I don't know if that's true, but that really helped out TL. Oh, there comes the next spawn in, though. See if they can move away before the artillery gets a hold of them. Gets a couple of them. They're not capping at all yet. They do have a couple of squad leaders here, so maybe they can get their OPs in. More artillery coming down, though, taking them out. TL is flooding their guys into the point. Looks like TL is going to hold this. Not sure where the tanks are right now. There comes another 76, right as I say that. There's one more spawn in on the Airhead. Most of it gets shredded immediately by Black Shooter and Mr. Z. And artillery. Alright. So there was a lot of intense fighting here at Church Road for a long time. Still pretty close in. TL has a hold of the point at the moment. This artillery's doing work for him, keeping Chimera from being able to push across the open area right now. They did get another big spawn in, though, and they are starting to cap again a little bit. They do have some more reinforcements coming up from the south as well. TL getting some more spawn-ins, but they are a little bit outnumbered at the moment. Artillery might be the answer to that. Might be the balancer. Now they are still capping. Chimera is still capping. Logic goes down to decide. Has pushing through looking for spawns. Artillery coming in. Pick goes down to Has. There's another spawn in for TL. More artillery hits. I think that might have actually been some friendly fire there. Has trying to hold the line. Black Source goes down to Has. Trying to hold the line. Trying to keep TL from pushing through. Looks like got Sir. Ito goes down. Has trying to hold right here. Shoots and misses at Black Shooter. Mr. Z gets him in the back. TL now pushing in, getting back hold of the circle, starting to pull it back. Some more spawn-ins for Chimera. Artillery making everything really uncomfortable for everyone. Fights breaking out right below me. Nike job trying to get around. Looking the wrong way. Mr. Z lets one burst out and he's going to be known. Ooh, takes shots, gets taken down by a Nike job. Pulls back a little bit, gets a hold of, what's that, JVCK? Nike job doing some work down here. TL does still have control of the house, though. Excuse me. Getting down to about 30 minutes. Look at this. TL holding. Chimera's just keeping the pressure on, though. Really just keeping the pressure on. Let's keep the chat civil over there, people. We're all here to have fun. I know that this is, you know, the finals and we want good streams and good matches, but we're here to have fun, people. More big artillery hits coming down right on top of this OP here. The OP just disappeared. I think they moved it. There's the garrison right there, though, and the artillery's right here. Chimera pushing back into the circle now. And with the artillery coming down close to that garrison, it's going to be a lot harder for TL to hold. Let's turn the camera back this a little bit. I want to see what this tank is behind us. I see 76 just took out something. That tiger took out one of the tigers, trying to get hold of the P4. This tank battle is going to make a big difference on who's going to be capturing this points. Doesn't quite get a hold of him. That could have been it. He's turning his gun away. Jeez, I wonder if he thinks he got him. Oh, no, 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 no. He's taking fire from over here now. There's a heavy back here. Right there. Got the tiger shooting at the 76. He's pulling back, trying to keep in cover. TL's pulling it back, getting some spawn-ins on the garrison, getting some rockets on the P4, though. P4 goes down. Here comes the bombing run. That looks like a Chimera bombing run. There goes the garrison. A lot of Chimera troops here in the point now. Can pretty much guarantee we're going to see the counter bombing run like right now, because that's about the only thing that's going to stop this capture. Come on, TL, where's the counter bombing run? I hear a plane. That does not sound like a bombing run, though. That 76 is still alive up there. Looks like he lost all of his crew, though. I do see some more tank rounds coming in. I hear some shooting down here from Toos. Not sure who he was shooting at. Somebody who might have slipped through, maybe, that I didn't catch. Some rockets going across, trying to stem these reinforcements as they come in. About 3/4 of the way capped now. Has back into his corner. Trying to hold on to this. A lot of Chimera's troops been pushed out of the circle, but they're still capping. Here comes the tank pushing up. That's going to lend a lot of cap weight. And it's really hard to kill a 76 with artillery. Not impossible, but really hard. There goes a satchel on the house. There's the cap. Church Road. Hey, look at that. The score went all wonky. Not a chance. Boom. 4-1 Chimera. Wow. Whew. It's going to get really intense now, too. Crossroads and Church Road right on top of each other. It is going to break out right here. Shit's going to get hot and heavy and sexy, and I'm going to love it. Some rockets going out. Some close-in fighting breaking out between Trance and Centurion. Trance goes down to Centurion. Centurion goes down to use the Pia. Artillery rounds coming down on TL up there on the north side. Body parts everywhere. There's a satchel going off. Sounds like somebody tried to get the 76 with a satchel on the backside of the hedge over here. That's what it looked and sounded like. I could be wrong. It looks like Chimera's trying to consolidate here a little bit. TL does have a little bit of a line here, up here on the north side. in position. This is what we're looking at right here, in position to try and flood into Church Road, but they're already taking casualties. Oh, not sure who that was. I heard a grease gun, and before I could even spot him, there was nobody there. Oh, excuse me. Big open area right here. Big gap. Satchel going off. That's like the third time I've seen a satchel go off and don't know what it was going for. Oh, here we go. A little bit of a fight breaking out down here on the south side now. Chimera got their own build-up going on down here. Dr. Spets is in it, him and Pellet right on top of each other, and there is some casualties being taken by Chimera down here. Pellet's in the window, Dr. Spets is right below him. He's got to be able to hear him running around right now. And he got him. Oh, but Midland heard that. He's going to run right into him. Oh, are you serious? Oh, in the back. Alright, looks like Kawaka's gonna see him. Spets goes down. I hear an an MG going rapid fire down here. Let's shift back to the north. Back towards Church Road. Here's more Chimera forces building up right in the front. This is where I expect the fight to get real heavy. Right here in this little row. People are going to try and take control of this little T intersection on the hedgerow. There comes the Arty. Already stopping the reinforcements. You got the MG lighting it up. Holding the road. Pretty good field of fire. Can't see a ton. As he gets Nike job. Artillery right there though, preventing Chimera from being able to approach from that avenue. TL squeezing right between these two hedgerows right here. Trying to use this approach to get into the point. Spreading out to both the left and the right. Now by spreading out up here on the north, they're coming up here and they can kind of swing up and then back down and around the back side of Church Road. Maybe get behind Chimera, take out their spawns. Or at the very least, force them to pull back their forces to react to it. Battery bits trying to get in the front door. That was weird. Just wanted to grab onto him. There we go. Damn, artillery going off right in front of him. I think there was some spawns here. If they're OPs, artillery can't destroy it. Battery bits really making it up in there. It's like nobody around him. He did just get somebody right there, or somebody did. Up in the circle. Battery bits goes down to logic. That wasn't the most exciting thing in the world, but he was the only person in the circle, so we were watching it. Got the 76 back here. He does have some infantry right on top of him. Gil being an AT, looking like he's trying to get a hold of him. Gil goes down. Wasn't quite able to get up on that 76. TL now trying to swing down from the north. At the same time, Chimera coming up from the south. They did manage to take hold of this little intersection here. They are now outside of where TL's artillery was coming down, so they can shift themselves a little bit. I hear a tank. Yep, here comes 76 pushing up. Some more infantry reinforcements. Looks like they're building up an attack right here. Which is right here. Now TL does have a heavy tank right there. So they're not completely toothless there. They do have quite a bit of power. Chimera does have quite a bit down here in the south. Looks like they're going to try and push through and get up this hedgerow as well. TL holding down there at the moment. Chimera, though, trying to get up here right in the front door. Butterdog and Nightjob go down to Curse. Got Midland trying to get around him. Run right past each other. Midland goes down. Handful of Chimera guys still here, but most of that frontal attack was stopped. Getting down to about 20 minutes now. Again, TL still trying to push some forces up through those two hedgerows. Here comes some rockets. Just some long-range rockets. Uncle Cletus now getting closer to the circle. Him and Danilku. Right on top of each other. Squirrel's gonna go down to Uncle Cletus. Sounded like they traded, and they did. Logic gets blown up with artillery. This is a really dangerous place to be right here. TL has just got their artillery pounding this area. The very west edge of the circle. Careful with that 76, man. It's brand new. Just got it painted. Some long-range rockets coming through. Power fish right in the front. Some more long-range rockets going into the windows over there. There was nobody there, but that was a good keyhole shot into the window all the same. Trance goes down. Powerfish goes down. I think Curse got him. Here comes Barry and Kenny. Artillery gets a hold of Barry, though. It's weird that it got Barry and not Nike Job, even though Nike was right there. So TL has shifted their artillery a little bit now, realizing that Chimera is a little closer to the front door than they had originally anticipated. Now they are holding it, but they're losing their position up here on these hedgerows. They're not going to be able to use that as their launch their attacks anymore for much longer. Bird up. Curse goes down to Kenny. Kenny's a little alone here in the front, but he is doing good work. Gets Palstras, gets Trance. He's got eyes on that tiger too. He goes down to, it looks like Wendler. A lot of the fighting is just happening right here. Some of it's happening down here. I do see a garrison lit up here in the north. Looks like Chimera is starting to swing around on the north side. TL does have some forces in place to stop it. And they did manage to save the garrison, but Chimera is now fully aware of where that garrison is. Pariah runs right up to it, gets taken down by Ken. Potato goes down. TL doing what they can to hold on to this. Nice shooting by Ken there. There's a spawn in for TL. Nice shooting by Ken. Ken finally goes down, but TL got some good spawn ins. Looks like they're going to hold on to this up here for now. Over here in the front door, kind of the same story. Looks like a couple of their guys are trying to swing out wide now. Trance goes down. I didn't quite see who got him. But Chimera immediately flipped the switch, man. As soon as they got shut down in the north, all of a sudden they got a ton of presence down here in the south now. Not a lot right here in the front door, but they still do have the higher numbers. Look at this. They're starting to get in there a little bit. Commander goes down to pick. Some tank rounds coming in, blows some dudes up. Chimera starting to get into the circle. Begun to capture a critical sector. Now, TL does have a couple guys back here. They are stopping this capture. Pick, though, right up in there, right in the house. Not sure where his OP is. I'm going to guess somewhere fairly close. Hearing flares going off nearby where the camera is. That's a German flare. That's TL. Here comes the 76 right in the front door. 2 76s right in the front door. Chimera looking to nail down this 5-0 in the last 15 minutes. We'll see if they can do it. I was gonna say, what was up with that tank? Why is he all white? Just a glitch. Just a glitch. Got snow on it. '76 is up in there. He's a bit wounded though. Not sure if that counts as being in the circle though. No. Not even close. Looks like he's stuck. I think he's stuck. At least a little bit. Here comes the other 76. Trying to blow himself. He is stuck. See that? He's trying to blow himself out of there. He did it too. Emanation trying to get a hold of him with the satchel. I think, maybe? No. Does that guy? He doesn't have a satchel build, does he? Sometimes I forget who all has satchels, because some of these guys' later kits have satchels. He does end up going down to a Tiger back here. Here comes the supplies. Looks like TL's looking to get their garrison back up. Chimera, though, all game long has just kept the pressure up on TL. 100% been the aggressors. TL did manage to push him out. They bought themselves a couple of seconds to breathe here. There's no immediate danger. They have a few seconds to consolidate and push back out. They did take control of the north. They did take control of the center. In fact, they took back control of the south as well. There's still a lot of pressure in the south from Chimera. You know, this intersection here, right here, which they got the garrison right there, is lit up by Danoku. Danoku goes down, so it's not going to be locked up anymore, but he probably seen it. So now they're going to know there's a garrison down there. Chimera just putting the pressure on. And right away, again, they got a 76 up in the front. Got Midland right up in the circle. Here comes the Tiger. Tiger and 76 looking to get a hold of each other. Oh, he can see through that, right? He sure can. That's a solid hit on the Tiger. Tiger's gonna go ahead and back off. That was a satchel. That was another satchel. Boom! Gets the 76. Nice keyhole shot through the bushes. At the same time, you can see that Chimera is starting to push their forces down through those two hedgerows right there. Got Logic up in there as a squad leader. Possibly putting an OP right behind that house. That's a good launching point to start getting your guys up into the circle. A lot of TL guys flooding back in that direction, completely ignoring the 76 at the moment. 76 is backing off, of course. Good. That's a good call. That's a good call. Doesn't have a ton of infantry around him. He got the Tiger. Good time to back off a little bit. Logic's got his guys up in here. Logic and Bic right on top of each other. Nike gets a hold of a couple of them over here and gets taken down by Palstrus. Logic goes down to Bic though. I don't think they had an OP up in here. Up in the north, TL still looking strong. About 10 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time for either team to make some plays here. Chimera down in the south now. Like I said, they pushed through, they got that garrison. There's a P4 there that they're getting some rocket shots on. Looks like the 76 is heading that way. '76 heading down that way. Trying to get another keyhole shot on him. You can see him trying to line his shot up through the hedges. Got the goose over there, but not our goose. It's not our goose run. Goose goes down. That 76 is trying so hard to get a shot on that P4. And he gets him. He gets him. That's a cup C. Man, these tanks, man, these guys are good. That 76 in particular. Who's our gunner on that one? We got Entice and Donut as the driver. Gotta give props to the driver. It's not just about the shooting, it's about the positioning of the tank as well. Chimera starting to slip around in behind, coming in from the west. Getting between HQ and Crossroads. That's going to make it a lot more difficult for TL to bring their reinforcements in from the HQ if they have to. Assuming that they don't start capping this and preventing that. There's contention right there. A lot of pressure coming on right now. Chimera just keeping the fight up close. Goose goes down in the cornfield, or in the wheat fields. I hear some shooting below me. Shooting in all directions. Chimera basically just got a full envelopment on this point, and they're just... Anytime they get stopped on one front, they immediately switch their pressure to another front, and they're just bullying the crap out of TL. Just bullying them. Well, when I made my prediction for this particular match, I admitted I didn't know much about Chimera. I had put my money on TL, but it was only because Sinister. Oh man, I'm drawing blanks now. There's so much happening. Mr. Nitro gave me the heart emoji. That's what happened. Love you, Mr. Nitro. He's not even in this one right now because he blew up his tire, but... That's why they're having so much trouble. Mr. Nitro's not in there. Holding the lines. That's 76 now. It's just right up in their face. He's got the infantry support to do it. They're looking to just put all the pressure. You got another 76 just to the west of him. Chimera's starting to get their guys intermixed up in here with TL while getting this tank support. They do have their own tanks laying some fire from the HQ. Excuse me. And some rockets going off at the 76s trying to force them to back off. TL pushing their infantry back into the point, forcing these tanks to back off. Some more spawn-ins from Chimera. Not really sure what this 76 below me is trying to look at. There comes the bombing run. That's got to be a Chimera bombing run. That. Wow, I can't believe that none of those guys, they're so lucky. They spawned right into it and didn't die. Again, that could be the difference between the capture and the not being captured. 6 minutes left on the clock. TL has 2.5 minutes left to start capping and to keep the captures rolling continuously. They are just, they're hemmed in though. They're stuck. Having such a hard time pushing out. They've only got a handful of garrisons. Most of them up in the north. They do have this one up here, but that's pretty far away. That's pretty far away to get the pressure on that you need without getting spotted. And these 76s are already right here, just laying the pressure on. If it wasn't for TL's artillery, Mage up over there, you can see him on the guns. He's getting a lot of kills down here on this intersection. There's 2 more for him. Squirrel and Spaff made it up into the circle. Ken goes down to Spaff. Squirrel goes down to Tiger. Some more Chimera goes down. Black Shooter gets him, I think. Let's try and keep us out of the tree. Here comes the tank again. There we go. Chimera now has a number of their infantry up in past the artillery. It looks like Mage is shifting his fire a little bit. But now that they're inside the building, they're going to be safe from that artillery. That might be it. That might be it. 4.5 minutes left on the clock. TL's got 30 seconds to start the cap. I don't even know if that's enough time, as they got to pull this back too. Chimera's just flooding in. Flooding. Using their tank infantry support. They're just got a hold of this point. Got it about half cap now. Here we are at the 4-minute point. There's no longer enough time. This is going to be a victory for Chimera. Let's see if they can push through for the 5-0. TL's got their artillery coming down pretty hard, trying to push their infantry back in, but Chimera is just flooding in. Now they've got 2 of their 76s up in the point. This is looking more and more like a 5-0 for Chimera. There's the arty coming down for TL. One of the 76s, he's just about got his gun pointed at the artillery. There goes something over there. He's blowing up trucks and stuff in the spawn. I don't even know anymore. Is that 3 76s in the point now? 3 76s in the point. That's gonna do it. Here goes the ticker. 3, 2, 1. Bam. There you have it. Congratulations to Chimera, our Division 2 champions. I'll give that to Mage for his good artillery. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these combat scores. I'm seeing some 1900s. 4,000 for this tank squad. 4,000. 4,000! I know it's a tank squad, but damn. Whew, man. Oh. Oops. Sorry about that. Wrong button. Wrong button again. I could think of worse screw-ups to have done. There's a couple of wrong buttons for you at the end. Damn, that was a hell of a good match. TL, you fought your heart out, but fucking Chimera had the pressure on that whole match, the whole time from start to finish, just in your face. So, with that being said, congratulations to the victors. Thank you, everybody who was watching. I really appreciate all the support. So, I'm going to shut her down there. You all have a wonderful rest of your night. And here comes the actual outro. With the heart of fire and a blazing sun.